Yo, Veteran Joystick here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with another Baldur's Gate 3 class mod video, and this time I've handpicked 5 unique classes that will definitely make you want to start another playthrough. And at the end, I'll be showcasing the most fun and interesting class mod I've seen so far for Baldur's Gate 3. So stick around, let's get right into it. First up we have the Blood Hunter class. This one comes straight from D&D 5e and was written specifically for Vin Diesel, believe it or not, for him to play in a Critical Role special called D&Diesel, and is inspired by his character in the film The Last Witch Hunter. The Blood Hunter is an intelligence-based martial weapons class with proficiency in medium armor and shields, and wields blood magic to defeat enemies. The mod comes with 2 separate subclasses, Order of the Lycan and Order of the Ghost Slayer. According to the lore, Ghost Slayers seek out and study the moment of death, obsessing over the mystery of the transition from life and the unholy power that can cause the dead to rise once more. The subclass gives a new spell, the Rite of Dawn, which applies additional radiant damage to weapon attacks and resistance to necrotic damage, alongside a load of new blood curses such as Blood Curse of Binding, which reduces the target's movement speed to 0, Blood Curse of Exposure, which allows you to alter your blood and ignore all enemy damage resistances, and Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet, which is a new reaction that makes the target attack the nearest enemy before resurrecting as an ally of the player. The subclass I played with the most was Order of the Lycan, which effectively curses you with lycanthropy, aka the ability to transform into a werewolf. As a werewolf, you'll still have access to the different rites and blood curses, but instead of affecting weapon damage, they increase the damage of your claw attacks. You can use predatory attacks, which are either bludgeoning or slashing attacks imbued with your active rite, either frost, fire or radiant damage. Predatory attacks can also be used twice and can dish out some serious damage. Lycan regeneration is pretty cool too. It's a passive that you unlock at level 11 that gives you health regeneration equal to your constitution modifier at the start of each turn when you're below half health. But putting all the stats and the nerdy stuff to one side, playing as a huge werewolf is just straight up fun and adds an interesting new take on combat. Up next we have the Drakewarden, which is a subclass for the Ranger class, another class from D&D 5e as well, and according to the lore, your connection to the natural world takes the form of a draconic spirit which manifests in physical form as a drake. As your powers grow, your drake grows as well. The main feature of this class is the ability to summon and control your very own drake, and no, not that drake, but an actual drake, which can come in the form of either fire, lightning, acid, cold or necrotic, with different colour variants based on the summon type. From level 11 you'll unlock a new spell called Drake's Breath that allows either you or your summon to exhale a cone of damaging breath and deal either acid, cold, lightning, fire or poison damage. The damage potential is massive, especially as you increase in level. Your summon can obviously fly, but it can also carry you across the battlefield, which is handy for repositioning in battle, and can also hover in place, making it immune to difficult terrain such as grease, ice and vines. As you increase in level, your Drake will also increase in size up to level 20. A really versatile subclass allowing you to dish out loads of different types of damage, and what's cooler than having a pet dragon, right? Next up we have a very unique class, one that doesn't use any weapons, unarmed attacks or wear any armor. The Succubus is a class that excels at manipulating enemies' desires and tormenting them in unique ways. And when I say unique, you best believe I mean it. The class is built around a new mechanic called Desire, which increases while the enemy is in your presence and when certain spells are cast. Once the enemy's desire level exceeds its total health, the enemy will climax, allowing you to drain a percentage of its health. And I just cringe saying the word climax. Its main source of damage though is through psychic abilities, and it has an advantage in perception, deception and persuasion, plus receives a double bonus from the charisma modifier. The Succubus doesn't wear any armor whatsoever and receives an armor class of 14 plus its charisma modifier, which means it can be quite tanky when built correctly. At level 4 you gain access to different charms, each of which can be used in battle and provide major buffs to you and debuffs to the enemy. These charms increase in level at the beginning of each round up to a maximum of level 4. A new spell I really enjoyed playing with was Hate But Pleasure, which causes all enemies to attack each other every other round and can easily clear an entire group of enemies in a few rounds. Yes, it's a little bit on the raunchy side, but the entirely new playstyle and mechanics make it well worth checking out. Just please don't go playing it around your kids or your grandparents. This next one is an absolute must-try new class, especially if you're a fan of World of Warcraft. Here we have the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter is proficient in light armor and dual-wielding martial weapons and is a dexterity and charisma focused class. It also comes complete with a ridiculous starting weapon straight from WoW, the Warglaive of Azeroth, alongside 20 custom spells and passives. The Demon Hunter also brings another unique mechanic into Baldur's Gate 3, Metamorphosis, which allows you to transform into a demon for a short period of time and boosts your abilities. The class uses a new resource called Fury to attack, with certain spells used to regain that lost fury in combat, and there are two subclasses to choose from, Havoc and Vengeance, both with individual skills and passives. The one I enjoyed most was Havoc, which is a more agile, melee-focused subclass and gives a passive that increases your fire damage by your charisma modifier. This effect is then doubled when you're in demon form, allowing you to unleash some devastating fire attacks. New spells such as Eye Beam, which deals huge damage to all enemies in front of you and guarantees a critical hit whilst you're in demon form, and it's insane. The class is very much a power fantasy, very strong, and I would recommend if you are to try it, do it in honor mode, as anything lower would just be a joke. Either way, it's really good fun to play with, deals massive damage, and the demon looks badass. Now before we get into number one on the list, if you've enjoyed the video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Thank you so much. So the final class on our list is by far the most fun I've had with any class mod in Baldur's Gate 3, and it's actually fairly new, having only been released in July 2024. If you've ever wanted to know what it feels like to be the equivalent of a D&D Sith Lord, then this one is for you. Mind Weavers are masters of psychic and psionic energies, capable of bending the minds and wills of their foes to their advantage. Drawing from a deep well of mental prowess, they unleash powerful spells that devastate enemies and protect allies. Mind Weavers manipulate thoughts, project their consciousness, and harness the power of the astral plane to amplify their abilities. With a focus on intelligence and precision, they excel in controlling the battlefield and outsmarting their opponents through sheer mental force. The Mind Weaver class comes equipped with two new subclasses, Sonic Warden and Force Blade. Each of these subclasses presents you with a unique playstyle that can massively transform how you approach battles and interactions within the game. Force Blades are formidable warriors who combine their exceptional melee combat skills with potent psionic energy. They're clad in heavy armor and wield large greatswords imbued with psychic power, expelling such immense force that the psychic damage fully manifests itself as force damage. And Psionic Wardens are a unique blend of mental fortitude and physical prowess, embodying the perfect balance between warrior and spellcaster. Psionic Wardens channel their psychic energies into their weapons, seamlessly fusing melee combat with psionic power. They excel in devastating their enemies with powerful strikes imbued with psychic energy. Force Empowerment for Force Blades is visually a really cool spell, as it causes your weapon to glow red and deal force-empowered strikes that deal force damage. Force Burst is a lot of fun too, as you create a burst of psionic energy around you that pushes enemies back and deals heavy force damage. I really enjoyed Force Blade Advance. It's a really cool new spell that lets you rush forward while causing massive amounts of force damage to anyone around you, or Telekinetic Grasp, which can grab any enemy from quite a far range and pull them towards you with force. It comes complete with full starting gear and is surprisingly well balanced considering the potential damage output. An all-round super fun class with massive versatility. And that's your lot. 5 amazing class mods for you to try out on your next playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. Give them a go, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video at all, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me get one step closer to doing this full time and making a lot more videos on Baldur's Gate 3 and other RPGs. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.